Yeah, motherfucker.
Yeah, motherfucker. Shut up, I'm talking.
Shut up, I'm talking. Oh, and then I can tell you the story of how I, Mr. Matt, straight off the turnip truck from Manassas, Virginia, encountered the Mexican culture. As you know, since we've both grown up in Manassas, we had no Mexicans or nothing like that around.
Very, very white.
And when I went to California, I was basically going to another planet. It's Cinco de Mayo. All I see on TV are commercials for Cinco de Mayo. It's Cinco de Mayo this, Cinco de Mayo that, where they were closing the school for that day.
Oh, the percussionist school.
Yes, Rockstar Academy. At the time, I had this roommate, and he was from Colombia, and he spoke Spanish. So I kept saying, what is this Cinco de Mayo? I don't know what this means. And he would just go, I don't know. It just means May 5th. I don't know. Well, he wasn't Mexican, so of course he didn't know what it meant either. So, they're closing the school. I know. Here's a good idea. Let's go down to Venice Beach.
Is that known for just being a freak show?
Yeah, well, I liked it because, it was a freak show, and it had a big boardwalk, and it was just cool. And they were always, filming TV shows, and, you never know what you're going to find when you go down there. You get on the bus, and there's nowhere to sit, but I'm standing there holding the rail. Like, sometimes it was like that. And the bus was packed. And then I get off the first bus, and I go to get on the second bus, and the bus is so packed it's going to Venice Beach. I'm literally standing in the stairwell where the door shuts behind me, the little steps.
Mm-hmm.
I'm standing right there on the steps. I can't even actually get on the bus. They didn't even take my money. The thing was so packed. So I said, what is going on? I'm just saying, wow, this is crazy. It never occurred to me that this is some kind of Mexican holiday. So I go down to Venice Beach, and I have a great day. We're walking up and down the boardwalk. I'm seeing chicks. I'm watching all the freak shows. I'm walking up and down, which is a good, I would say easily a mile from one end to the other. It was a fantastic day. Around 6:30, 7 o'clock at night, I'm thinking, wow, I'm getting a little tired. It's time to go home. Go up to the bus stop. And here comes the bus goes, and they're so packed they don't even stop. And then they keep going, and I'm watching about 3 or 4 buses go by, and it's starting to get dark. And I'm like, God, all right, well, I know, let's start walking, because if you go up the main drag, you can go from Venice Beach towards the Santa Monica Pier. And I said, somewhere along the line, I'll just go from bus stop to bus stop until I get picked up, because I don't want to be out here after dark because, people get shot. Long story short, the buses never stop. So I am walking. I get up to the Santa Monica Boulevard. I know Santa Monica Boulevard cuts all the way across the city. I can just start going this way. Now, another side note is that at the time, it was a good day if I had $1. I used to wear these cheap Kmart sweatpants that would, wear out in the crotch.
Sexy.
Yeah, so I would cut the legs off and sew them into the crotch to add extra padding so they wouldn't wear out as fast. These things were like $2 a piece at the Kmart.
So you wanted to make it look like you had more package than you really do.
No, it was just so I didn't get chapped. Because I had a very stupid habit of walking around with no underwear on. I'm starting to get a little chapped, which is also adding to my stress levels. Because I don't want to walk anymore. So by the time I get to the Santa Monica Pier, I'm getting pretty raw. Now, when you're going down Santa Monica, you get to the point where it's Century City, it's all office buildings, and there's no sidewalks and shit. So you're literally walking on the side of the road like the highway to the point where you get past this, and then you get back in towards West Hollywood. And, of course, West Hollywood on Santa Monica Boulevard is where all the gay bars are. So my roommate gets terrified. Ooh, they're gonna attack me, and and he's like, "What are we gonna do?" And I said, "What do you mean? What are we gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm gonna pray that somebody finds you cute and gives us a ride back to the apartment." Because I'm so I'm thinking my balls are gonna start to bleed, right? Because I'm all sweaty and it's painful. I mean, I'm in real pain, agony at this point. I don't know if it was like a hamburger restaurant or some kind of stand. I went straight in the bathroom and just started jamming napkins and shit up under my balls. It burned so bad. I came out with wet pants and all kinds of paper towels and shit jammed up in there just to get me some kind of relief. I came out with this huge, like, monster crotch coming out of my pants. Of course, that didn't last long because then it started to hurt. And I'm like, all right, I can't have this on too much longer. So, well, of course, nothing happens.
Nobody wanted you.
And then,
aww.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, God. So I get up. So we finally got to back as my apartment around 2:30, almost 3 o'clock in the morning, and I absolutely just collapse. I wake up the next day. I am so sore I can barely get out of the bed. But I couldn't get up to go practice. I was just in agony. It was really fucking hurt. I got the map out. I walked all the way down Santa Monica Boulevard to Franklin. And then from Franklin all the way up to Hollywood Boulevard. And then from Hollywood Boulevard to my apartment. I went through 6 different zip codes. Venice, Santa Monica, Century City, West Hollywood, and then Hollywood. And Beverly Hills, a piece of it. And you know how far I went that night?
How far?
This is after walking up and down Venice Beach boardwalk all day long. 27.8 miles.
It was a marathon.
From Venice Beach to my apartment. And I had to walk that all the fucking way. That was my indoctrination into the Hispanic culture.
And a good time was had by all. Shut Up, I'm Talking with Matt Powers and Larry King Guy. Available on YouTube, SoundCloud, and iHeartRadio.